Summer stock is a unique and rare form of theatrical presence where a group gets together and puts on several shows together and they play different roles. The formula that's used on the Route 30 movies is similar.
But I'm kind of doing the same thing except with movies. Small budgets, small group of people, making something fun and look good.
The similarities between that and what Bill did at Totem Pole were obvious.
How I make my movies is identical, and that is with a company of actors who rotate into different roles, are done in minimal amount of time, with minimal amount of money, and the end result not being fame or fortune, but the end result being doing a good play or movie.
Theater is, especially summer stock theater where everybody's overworked and underpaid, a very nurturing environment. Everybody's working together, and you have to have a certain way you talk to actors, and John really speaks to actors like some of the really good stage directors I've had.
The idea, the understanding that people come back for each of the parts of the trilogy, there's a reason for that, and that it starts from the top down. And John creates an atmosphere that allows you to take a risk, but allows you to create the best art possible.
And you realize that this stuff is important, especially if you get a little say in what you're doing, and there's a group effort, and you feel like you're working with people instead of for people.
To be there on the front lines, watching how he does his thing, how he makes a low-budget film outside of the Hollywood system, you know, on this level, on the street level, where it's true, it doesn't get more independent than what Putch does. I mean, it's his own money.
Whether you're on a big budget movie set, like for a studio, or you're on the set of Route 33, which was as micro budget as it comes, it goes as smoothly as possible.
What I see in the first film is John stepping out of the role of Hollywood director and taking this huge risk of calling all his friends together and saying, I can do this. And it being just an incredible success. In the second film, I think that John wanted to see if he could do it a second time, but use the ensemble cast, not as risky for him, more getting comfortable with it. And I think Route 33 was John taking the learnings of the first two films as an artist and seeing which area in the writing and the themes of the film that he was most comfortable with, and also not being as concerned as much about the outcome as the first two.
It's family, and it's fun and it's safe, and you can try things you might not try elsewhere.
And that ties together through the Route 30 films.